Okay, so I'm gonna keep this one pretty short. It may be my only video for today, but I just thought I'd make this one a pretty fun one. You know, a fun one. It's a hypothetical. It's one of those kind of videos that I'm trying to remember the last time I made one. Like, oh, yeah, not that long ago. The 2022. Like, what if I had a job in 2022? That was like, I think, a month ago. So this one will be basically based off of what's happened today and a big old gathering. First and foremost, I just want to thank a longtime best buddy, Abbas, you know, aka Batman, aka this guy, for showing up, and also and Raymond too. Two guys. You know, that's when I thought it was just Robby and Julio, and you know, I asked a couple of those guys late. You know, I would have had Russ go, but he gets out pretty late. So, I mean, not that he gets out like late, but it's like late for him to get out, and that by the time he gets ready, that this gathering will be done. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, I just thought I'd poke fun of this as far as, like, you know, there was supposed to be four of us, right? It was supposed to be Julio, Robby, Abbas, and Ray, right? Now, I already know the situation with Julio and why he couldn't possibly make it. And as far as with Robby, same thing. So, you know, let's just kind of play hypothetical here real quick, right? So, for example, like, if it wasn't Robby and Julio going, you know, I'm wondering if you can see in the thumbnail right here, like, if it's not those two guys, who would I like if they were not able to go, you know, who would I have replaced them with, right? And those, I know I'm gonna sound crazy for saying this, but if Mari and Sam, my other two besties, if they live close enough, you know, like, you know, not too far out, like, you know, if they were like at least like about 15 to 30 minutes away from me, then, you know, I would definitely, they would definitely replace those two. Should you know, since those two guys could not make it, I was thinking if it was Mari and Sam. And you know that I got so much love for both of these girls. You know, if I have to make a Patreon about these two besties in general, and I could go deeper into my thoughts about just these two besties, right? These two lady best friends I have, they're both, you know, very beautiful, very very loyal, right? Very young. I know Mari is like a couple years younger than Sam. I think Sam is like, what is she though? Like in her 30s? Last time I remember, like, I think she was, you know, 30 years. No, excuse me, not 30 years. Well, probably like, I think she was 3 years younger than me, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but she's only about a few years younger than me. But for Mari, I know she's 8 years younger than me. So, you know, I'm trying to remember. But anyway, that's beside the point. You know, if these two girls had replaced Robby and Julio, who are not able to make it today, can you only imagine how much more of I mean, just think about it. Two guys and two girls. You know, the excitement level will be very much there. I think it would have been, I mean, just as, if not, probably more exciting, but, you know, it's kind of in a mix of, you know, when it comes to, like, a group, like group hangouts, when it consists of both guys and girls, you know what I'm saying? It might have more of an excitement in that kind of sense, but, you know, I don't want to go too far deep. I just know it'd be just as excited, if not maybe more exciting, just because I have my other two besties there, you know. And yeah, I think it would have been, I mean, if I gotta be honest, man, it probably would have been a lot more exciting, right? But you know, and I've known Julio and Robby for a long time. Like, I mean, like, I've known Julio going all the way back to elementary, and Robby going all the way back to junior high as well. I've known him in 8th grade, so those guys pretty much for a long time buddies and all that, you know. So, but when you have guys like Amari and Sam that are both, you know, like replacing those two, I can only imagine how much more excitement that will bring. Because I know with the boss and Amari, like, I've seen them go back and forth about the Warriors and Lakers, and I remember after the Lakers eliminated the Warriors, like, she was trying to make these excuses of, you know, why the Warriors lost this and that. And so, but for the most part, I think there might just be a higher level of, I guess not only excitement level, but maybe like a social level. Because I know Mari is like super talkative, and she'll do anything to clown me off like crazy and all that, right? But you know, but anyway, I think it's still gonna be so much fun, you know, in that gathering. I know like a lot of relatives are there, this and that, but I think it'll help me to really enjoy it as well, right? It will really help me to enjoy the party a lot more, you know, just because I've got so much love for these for my longtime lady best friends as well. You know, obviously the ladies they're both beautiful and hot ladies, you know. It might heighten my kind of excitement that, you know, that I don't want to get too excited about, you know. That's where I would need like a Patreon or some kind of other video site where people can only log in, and, you know, and that they'll only be able to see what I really think of, you know, that it's not such a public site like here, to where, you know, that they will know how crazy I am when it comes to them, right? But yeah, I just thought I'd throw it out there, you know. I would love it if Mari and Sam were here. You know, Sam and Mari, you know, they get along pretty well, right? But when I see those two together, man, you know, I'm just like, you know, the fire is just, you know, it's just more fiery and hotter. All right, I don't want to go too far, man, but I would love it. I mean, it might just bring a much, you know, stronger vibe, you know, despite having the opposite sexes, you know what I'm saying? It's just, you know, like, I just think it'll be, you know, it'll just really bring a whole lot of fun, just because, you know, there are times when I do feel attached, like me and Mari just seem attached, even though we're not really attached like that. We are best friends, but goddamn, if only she didn't look like a K-pop star, for crying out loud. Anyway, man, I don't want to get too deep on that. So, you know, this is probably where I would get a Patreon whenever I want a chance to talk about them. But I would just love it if Mari and Sam were those replacements. If you know, I think it would bring like a whole group hangout like I never had before, or, you know, probably similar to what I had with Anastasia and Cecilia in the past, way back in 2015, or Cecilia or Diana and Anastasia, you know. So anyways, yeah, that's all I gotta say about it, man. I just thought I'd bring another hypothetical video. It's a short one, so yeah, man. Well, yeah, I just thought I'd have fun with it. All right, peace out.